first got involved in boxing, my mom actually put me into boxing. I was in junior high school, and I was being bullied by a 7th grader. I was in the 6th grade. I was being bullied by a 7th grader, and what happens in the lunchtime? He gave me a wedgie. I was a kid, you know, mama's boy. Never fought in my life. A day in my life was good. I was just so angry. I guess I would say my father's side kicked in. I was so angry that when I seen the kid, I pushed him into this classroom. He came back out, swung at me, missed. I swung back and started punching. I hit him with like a combination, I don't know what, but I know he fell down. I went on top of him to try to finish him off. Teachers grabbed us, and my mom told my father, you need to teach your son how to defend himself, because you can't go up to school defending him. He has to learn, has to learn from himself. So my dad brought me into the gym. My father was a kickboxing champ. He turned pro. He was 1-0 as a pro. He's a 4th degree black belt. He trained with a lot of people. Yoel, Zab Judah's father, Yoel Judah. He trained with Roberto Duran. So my father, he started training me, and he seen that I had talent. I'm trying to get this move down pat and check up, because when a lot of people, when you lean back, a lot of people know you ain't going nowhere, so they keep putting the pressure. So when I lean back, I hook up.
Talk to me about being a New York fighter, because there seems to have been a shift in the last 10-15 years where New York used to dominate professional amateur boxing, and now you're seeing a lot of the top fighters coming from the West Coast now. Internationally, they're settling in the West Coast. All the best trainers, most of the best trainers seem to be in California, where you have now Freddie Roach, Robert Garcia. What has changed about New York boxing?
Well, I would have to say the things in society, the things that the government puts out there, like I would say, partying, the television and stuff like that. We get caught up in this world, like with the partying. A lot of young adults love to party. The girls, they love the girls, and that's the problem in New York, because in New York we have so much to do. It's so much distractions. It's not like in California or anywhere else. You have to have a car to travel. In New York, we have one of the greatest transportations in the States, and it's easy access to get anywhere we want to get to. So that pretty much, is a big distraction in itself, because if you want to go somewhere, you're gonna go do it. Other than if I'm training in California, there's not much to do. If I'm not doing nothing, I'm gonna go train, and that's a lot of people do. Out here, if you're not doing nothing, you go catch a fare in the subway, on the bus, and go do something, meet up with your friends or something.
Besides Mark Breland, you're the only five-time New York Daily News Golden Glove champion. How does it feel to be one of company with the greatest American amateur of all time?
It feels good. I mean, it feels good, period, just to make history. It's very hard. It's only a few people that can make history, and that's one of the greats, So actually, I'm up there. I mean, even though I still have a lot to accomplish in the amateurs, I still will be mentioned. You mentioned Mark Breland, you can no longer say the only one. You have to call him the 5-time Golden Glove champion. Even if they refuse to mention my name, they can no longer say he's the only one. So it's a good feeling to know that I'm up there in the rankings, up there in the history books.
I was just thinking, right? A lot of the people in the boxing world, a lot of people tell me I should fight like a Puerto Rican. A lot of Puerto Ricans in Miguel Cotto, they fight like this one. A lot of Puerto Ricans fight like this. I told this my time. A lot of people, like my friends, like in school, they call me Pacquiao.
So you fight like Pacquiao, you think?
Huh?
So your style's more like Pacquiao?
If we had to compare, I mean, my style's different, but they call me Pacquiao because I'm so energetic. Like, I'm always bouncing too a lot. You're always catching me bouncing, and sometimes so aggressive. Because with Pacquiao You know, he bounces, you keep punching until he gets you.
Yeah.
So sometimes that's like how I am.
You've been pro for a while. Why has your career not been moving as fast as a lot of people thought it would?
Well, first of all, my career is not moving as fast is because you know, we had a lot of little problems. It's hard for us to get fights, you know, and plus, you know, my way of life, I'm a Hebrew Israelite, you know, and I follow the same way as Orthodox Jews. I follow the Sabbath, and you know, it's hard for the promoters and stuff to accommodate me Friday night before sundown, Saturday in the day. I can't fight Friday night at sundown and Friday Sunday. So it's from sunset to sunset, so 24 hours. So I can fight anytime before Friday sunset and anytime after Saturday sundown. So you know, it's pretty hard with that, being that the sun goes down so late on a Saturday. You know, because a lot of fights is Saturday. You know, a lot of fights is Friday, but it's hard for me to get on the Friday cards.
Now, you know, I asked this to a lot of fighters who are in your situation. How difficult is it to have a father who's so involved in your career, and then he's also your father at the end of the day, too?
I won't say it's easy, it's challenging. You know, but it has to work out, because if it does, we prove a lot of people wrong, and that's what I want to do. That's why I'm in this game too, is to prove a lot of people wrong. The people who say I can't, I won't, and I shouldn't. The people who say that, that's what I want to prove wrong. So you know, this is not the, you know, Tito and his dad made it happen. So why can't everyone else? You know, it's just that like when we was talking about pride, we have to learn how to put our pride to the side, and that's something that I'm still young. I'm still learning as I go on in life how to put my pride to the side. You know, you can't be a prideful person, because especially when you have a father-son relationship, pride takes a part of it.
So for a long time in your career, you had long hair, right? Now, did you cut the hair to make weight easier, or is it just like you think it looks better?
Well, I cut the hair because, you know, I'm a spiritual person, so, you know, I cut the, you know, a lot of people are saying that's my strength. You know, from the biblical story of Samson, and what happened? I cut my hair was to humble myself, because you know, I wanted to get myself back on the right track, and also because, you know, I also wanted a clean image. You know, I want that clean look, and you know, I'm not just because I'm from Brooklyn. I am not a thug. I'm not a criminal. You know, I have a clean record, and I just want to be that clean person. That I want to be all clean all around. You know, have that clean look.
So you talk about Samson. Do you have problems with when you're like a known person in your neighborhood with Delilah types?
Definitely not. You know, I don't get caught up with those Jezebels, as we call them today. You know, I have a father, you know, who tells me, you know, my mother also tells me to watch out for the girls. You know, be patient, take your time, because a lot of girls out there, believe they do some trifling things, you know, and we all. Not all of us, I can't say, experience bad relationships, you know, so, you know, you have to learn from that. If you don't learn from that, then you'll definitely go down like Samson.
All right, so tell me about, give me a last take, because, you know, you say you may be back in December. You say you're a little chubby, I don't see it, but, I mean, boxers never look chubby to me. Tell me about, you're hoping to get back in December?
Yes, I'm hoping to get back real soon. Stay tuned and watch. Me and my father, we coming back to make a bigger stink, to ring some bells. And what happened is, you know, I have to take some time off, because, you know, I just have to recuperate, you know, think some things over, make some good decisions, and you know, I'll be back very soon. And this time when I'm back, you won't stop getting enough of me.